What's going on, guys? I am doing another tattoo practice this week. This time it is a Legend of Zelda piece that I really enjoyed designing. I had this random idea for this design and I thought it would look cool, and I do think it does look pretty cool. It's just, I don't think I really well executed it in this video, but I still think it turned out okay. One thing that I haven't noticed is that I actually do end up using a lot of the same needles in a lot of my pieces, because I do feel like I'm most comfortable with those needles, and I think they look pretty good when I use them. In this tattoo, I'm going to be using an 18 round liner from Easy Tattoo, along with a 3 round liner and a 7 round shader both from Big Wasp to do all the lining in the piece. I really enjoy the 18 round liner, it's probably my most used one. I'm also going to be using a 7 round mag by Big Wasp to do all the shading in the piece. More specifically in areas such as the hilt of the blade, the cross guard, all the individual blade pieces, and all of this I'm still doing with my CNC WE, running at about 7 volts for my shading and then up to about 8 volts for all my lining in the piece. To start out, I'm using my 18 round liner to do all the outlines on all of the blade pieces, starting how I believe you should, which is from the bottom going up. Typically it's the bottom of whatever handed you are, going from left if you're left-handed or right if you're right-handed, heading towards the opposite direction. So to start, I would go from the bottom left heading up to the top right. That way I'm not smudging any of my work. Now, I don't always follow that rule, but I'm not perfect and I need to really be more consistent about it. It's just a matter of taking the time to learn it and trying to be more focused on what I'm doing. Now I've swapped to my 3 round liner so I can add the line where the flat of the blade ends and the edge of the blade begins on the individual blade shards. Now I've swapped back to my 18 round liner so that I can add the outline to the pommel, hilt, and crossguard of the broken Mastersword. Again, I've swapped back to my 3 round liner so that I can add all the small details into the hilt and crossguard of the Mastersword. At this point, I've swapped to my 7-round shader to do the outline of the Triforce in the background of the piece. I decided to use a 7-round shader rather than a round liner simply because I wanted to see how it would actually pull a line as opposed to just a normal 7-round liner. Now I've swapped to my 7-round mag so that I can add all of the shading specifically to the broken blade pieces, to the hilt of the blade, and to the cross guard. In order to do the shading on parts of the Triforce, I've actually swapped to the 3-round liner to try to add just a little bit of stipple shading into the center of it, in between all 3 of the triangles of it, and then after that, I'm actually going to swap back to my 7-round mag so that I can add some to the inside edge of the outer triangles to give it a little bit more depth to the Triforce itself. Now we're coming to the end of the piece, and basically just adding a bit more shading to the edge of the Triforce itself, and I do really enjoy this piece. I don't think I did it nearly as well as I could have done. I feel my main problem I've been coming to in practicing tattooing is I feel like I've been getting slightly impatient and I've been kind of rushing my tattoos. I need to really learn how to kind of slow down and not worry about how long it's going to be taking me to do it and just try to do very consistent and good work. And that's mostly it. for this. I hope you guys have really enjoyed, and if you have, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. See ya.